Welcome to Deep Dive America, where we uncover the darkest secrets of history, politics, and unsolved mysteries. Today, we're diving into one of America's greatest enigmas, the Oak Island Money Pit. For over 200 years, treasure hunters have risked everything to solve this puzzle. Some died trying, others went bankrupt. But now, after decades of dead ends, explosive new evidence suggests the treasure might finally be within reach. So, what's really buried in the pit? Gold? Ancient artifacts? Or something far more dangerous? Even the FBI is involved. But here's what no one is telling you. Recent discoveries reveal a shocking twist that could rewrite history. And in this video, we'll expose the truth behind the Lagina brothers' biggest breakthrough, the mysterious stone tablets, and why experts believe this could be the year the curse is broken. Stay tuned, because what you're about to see changes everything. The legend of Oak Island begins in 1795, when a curious teenage boy named Daniel McGinnis wandered onto the island and noticed a strange, perfectly round depression in the ground, as though the earth had been disturbed long ago. Suspended ominously from a tree directly above this spot was a ship's pulley, hinting at mysterious human activity. Intrigued, Daniel enlisted the help of his friends to start digging. As they worked downward, they encountered something bizarre. Every 10 feet, they struck layers of wooden logs, deliberately placed as if to conceal something. By the time they reached 30 feet, they unearthed a flat stone slab etched with cryptic symbols, which many believe decode to a chilling message. 40 feet below, 2 million pounds lie buried. The promise of treasure was irresistible, but what came next would spark fears of a curse. In 1704, the Onslow Company took up the dig, only to have their shaft flood suddenly, as if the pit itself was designed to defend its secrets. Over the years, the legend only darkened. In 1897, a man named Maynard Kaiser died under strange circumstances when a rope he relied on snapped without warning. And the most tragic incident came in 1965, when 4 determined treasure hunters lost their lives to poisonous gas while exploring the depths. Some say these are accidents. Others whisper of a curse, one that protects whatever lies beneath. Coincidence? Or is something guarding the treasure with deadly intent? Enter Rick and Marty Lagina, 2 brothers from Michigan who, ever since they read about Oak Island in a 1965 issue of Reader's Digest, have been consumed by the mystery. Their childhood curiosity evolved into a full-scale obsession, eventually leading them to buy part of the island and invest millions of dollars into uncovering its secrets. Refusing to let centuries of failure deter them, they built a team of experts, historians, and state-of-the-art engineers to help in their quest. Their operation became one of the most sophisticated treasure hunts in history, complete with sonar scans, excavation drills, and ground-penetrating radar. In 2014, after years of dead ends, their drilling struck something remarkable: a hidden chamber buried deep within the earth. Inside, they found minuscule traces of gold and fragments of human bones, undeniable proof that people had been there centuries ago. These weren't just natural anomalies, they were deliberate signs of something being hidden and fiercely protected. But what? And by whom? Then, in 2024, came the breakthrough that reignited global fascination. During a dig 160 feet underground, the team uncovered a 17th-century Spanish coin, beautifully preserved alongside a mysterious lead cross. The age and design of these items raised new questions and fueled old theories. Could they be the remnants of pirate loot buried to keep it from the hands of empires? Or perhaps artifacts tied to the elusive Knights Templar, who are believed by some to have fled Europe with priceless treasures? Some even speculate that these relics could date back further, to lost civilizations or ancient maritime powers whose histories have been erased. But just when it seemed the answers were within reach, Oak Island responded in its usual cryptic way. Ground-penetrating radar revealed an enormous man-made void beneath the surface, shockingly large, possibly big enough to hide an entire ship. The implications were staggering, yet, as the team prepared to descend and explore it, something went terribly wrong. Their advanced equipment failed without warning. Power cut out. Signals vanished. Everything stopped. Was it just a technical issue? A miscalculation? Or something else, an unseen force protecting the secret? As always on Oak Island, every step forward only deepens the mystery. In 2019, in an investigation that received almost no public attention, the FBI quietly analyzed a strange piece of metal recovered from deep within Oak Island. No press releases, no follow-ups. Just silence. The official results of the test were swiftly marked as classified, sealed away from public scrutiny. But insiders leaked fragments of information, enough to stir the imagination. The metal, it turns out, wasn't simply gold or silver. It was something far more unusual, an alloy not found anywhere in nature. Scientists were reportedly baffled. The composition didn't match any known metallurgical process. It wasn't just rare, it was impossible. Where could it have come from? Digging deeper, researchers uncovered a curious clue from the past. A 1930s newspaper article claiming British soldiers during the American Revolutionary War dug the pit themselves, not for treasure, but to hide a mysterious device. The article offered no specifics, just speculation and whispers. What kind of device? Was it a weapon, perhaps too dangerous to fall into enemy hands? Or a powerful religious artifact, cloaked in secrecy and moved across oceans for safekeeping? Others suggest something even stranger, a relic from a lost civilization, the kind that rewrites history books and shatters academic certainty. Historians predictably scoffed, but their dismissal began to sound hollow when declassified CIA files emerged. These documents referred cryptically to anomalous materials retrieved from Nova Scotia, code words that hint at something beyond gold and jewels. Why would intelligence agencies whose concerns usually lie with war and espionage have any interest in a so-called treasure island? The answer may be obvious. Maybe it's not about treasure at all. Maybe Oak Island is hiding something older, more dangerous, and far more valuable than anyone imagined. And if the metal truly defies the laws of nature, who or what put it there? 7 people have lost their lives searching for the Oak Island treasure, a number that has become a chilling part of the legend. Some died in tragic accidents, others under circumstances too bizarre to fully explain. One of the most harrowing incidents occurred in 1971 when veteran diver Robert Ristall was exploring one of the shafts. Without warning, he was overcome by a sudden surge of toxic fumes. He collapsed into the water, and as his son and 2 other rescuers rushed to save him, they too were consumed by the deadly gas and drowned. In moments, 4 men were gone. Witnesses at the scene reported the water turning black, as if something deep below had been stirred or released. It wasn't just an accident, it felt like a warning. Then there's the infamous case of the hatch deaths. In the 1930s, 3 treasure hunters announced they had discovered a strange metal hatch buried underground. They believed it could be the entrance to the long-sought money pit chamber. But before they could open it, all 3 mysteriously vanished. No bodies were found, no signs of a struggle, just silence. To this day, their fate remains one of Oak Island's darkest mysteries, and the island's eerie reputation continues. Even now, modern workers report strange phenomena during excavations, tools moving on their own, voices heard where no one is present. Some say it's just the wind in the tunnels, a trick of the mind, but others aren't so sure. Could these whispers be more than sound? Could they be warnings? Warnings from something ancient, something unseen, telling all who dig too deep that the treasure is not meant to be found. This year brought one of the most compelling developments in the centuries-long Oak Island mystery. A specialized team deployed cutting-edge LiDAR technology, laser mapping capable of revealing features hidden beneath dense vegetation and terrain, and what they uncovered was stunning. Beneath the surface, a concealed tunnel stretched from the legendary money pit all the way to the Atlantic Ocean. This wasn't a natural formation. It was engineered, deliberately constructed, and incredibly advanced. It served as irrefutable proof of an elaborate flood system, one designed not only to protect something buried deep underground, but also to ensure that anyone who got close would be thwarted by rising tides and water traps. But the discoveries didn't stop there. In a recent underwater expedition, divers explored a submerged cave system near the island's edge. Battling strong, unpredictable currents, they caught sight of something extraordinary: a chest-shaped object partially buried in the silt. It was large, aged, and unmistakably man-made. Before they could investigate further, the force of the water drove them back, cutting the mission short. Meanwhile, analysis of wood fragments recovered from various depths in the pit revealed something equally significant. Carbon dating proved the structure had been rebuilt multiple times over centuries. This wasn't the work of a single group. It was a multi-generational effort. Someone, or several someones, returned over and over to either hide or retrieve something. The mystery only deepened when researchers in Europe uncovered a weathered 500-year-old map in a Portuguese archive. The map, surprisingly detailed for its age, labeled Oak Island as Ile du Trésor, Treasure Island. The name alone suggested the island's secret wasn't just legend, but a known truth, passed quietly through the centuries. Was this the final vault of the Knights Templar, safeguarding sacred relics? Could it be a hoard of Viking treasure, evidence of transatlantic voyages long before Columbus? Or is the truth even stranger than treasure? Something older, something the world still isn't ready to understand. With every answer comes more questions, and Oak Island refuses to give up its secrets easily. After more than 2 centuries of failed attempts, tragic deaths, and whispered legends, the Oak Island mystery stands on the edge of being unraveled. Decades of digging, scanning, diving, and decoding have brought researchers closer than ever to revealing what lies beneath its cursed soil. The discoveries are no longer just folklore. They're backed by radar data, ancient maps, carbon dating, and even classified documents. And yet, one haunting question still hangs in the air. Why? Why would someone in the distant past invest so much time, effort, and engineering brilliance into hiding something so deep, so carefully, and with so many traps? Unless whatever they were hiding was powerful, priceless, or dangerous enough to kill for. Think about it. Flood tunnels engineered with precision, layered log barriers, coated stone markers, and booby traps designed to protect a single point on the map. That kind of planning wasn't random. It was a message, a warning. Stay out. But people never listened. And now, after hundreds of years and 7 deaths, we're closer than ever to unlocking what might be the greatest secret buried in North America. If you believe the legend is more than a story, if you believe in the curse, the danger, the purpose, then hit that like button to show you're with us. If you believe Rick and Marty Lagina are finally the ones destined to finish what so many others started, then drop a treasure in the comments. And whatever you do, don't miss what comes next. Subscribe, because when the truth is finally unearthed, and it will be, we'll bring it to you first. Until then, keep your eyes on Oak Island and keep digging.